Hello. I'm early here. Forgive me. So, that works. Let me just very professionally open the game in the background, because everything is prepared as always. This is my first stream on this channel, so maybe I shouldn't say as always. Yeah, as always, guys, you know. So. I have a choice for you today. Because I personally think the early game is a bit boring, personally speaking. Especially for like a 2-hour stream or whatever we're doing today. So I have a prepared game. I would suggest we play this. I started it privately, it's literally called like private game whatever, because I wanted to experiment with some of the feedback you gave me. Some of the feedback I implemented horribly, but that is of my own choosing just because I like asphalt roads. Other stuff I just made by accident very hard. Like I started building up next to the western border and I noticed that too late. So my railway construction capabilities are 0, because you can't buy railway construction vehicles from the west. But yeah, I'll let you choose. You've seen all my streams, it is so good. Thank you, Thomas, I appreciate it. So, it sounded very dishonest, but I was just thinking in the background, I do appreciate it. So, let's be professional about this. Can we do a very professional camera transition? Can we do the crossfade of all crossfades? Yeah, look at that. Look at that. What I can't do professional is change the music. Oh, wait, actually we can just keep that music running, because for the recordings I have the in-game music muted. Huh. Then let's just go on shuffle in the playlist, and then I don't need to do anything music-wise. Perfect. Professional stream. Yeah, I would say, when is the next video? This stream partially is here because the next video will be late. Sorry. I'm not here next week, and then I always like... Not everyone of you know, like, not everyone knows this, but I have 2 YouTube channels. With this obviously being the main channel, like just Fume's main channel, right? But my other YouTube channel takes up, like, both take like half a week, therefore... But I'm currently in a very hard commitment on my other second channel. Yeah. I have 2 main channels and I have 2 second channels. You know what they say. Schrodinger's channels. Now, what I would suggest that today we are continuing this game I started here. For the sole reason, I wasted a lot of time. This is not optimally played, but it's around the time where I started building a city. And you have to understand, I didn't do a lot of things at the same time because I wanted to experiment with a lot of the stuff you said. Because a lot of the comments gave me a lot of tips, and I generally experimented. Whatever people mean with you don't need a fuel station for the first vehicles, I tried it out. That shit doesn't work. That just doesn't work for me. I don't know. Like, all of my vehicles are without fuel, and literally had to get a western fuel truck to get anything working. But yeah, I just show you the save all I've done so far. All of the pro players will hate me. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. I'm sorry. We're in the first few minutes of the stream. Monetization is over. Anyways, I started over here for the sole reason that I found there's a lot of oil here. You think like, oh yeah, that's a lot of oil, right? But that's not everything. You have like a lot of oil over here, which I all tapped into, but also somewhere here? Yeah, here is also like even more oil. Like again. So for some reason, next to the western border, there's like a lot of oil. So I'm like, I think that's a funny point to start actual realistic mode. And what I also found out, because a lot of people complained about me not playing realistic mode, which I understand, I just wanted to do it for trying around. This time I did realistic mode. Like, the game calls this realistic mode. And funnily enough, I could put global events to normal, and it's still called realistic mode. So on paper, I'm on realistic mode. And if you don't believe me, try this out. Put like global events 1 notch down so you don't have earthquakes. The game will not call it custom. The game will call it realistic mode. So in terms of the game designers, if you don't want earthquakes, that's fine. And I agree with that. That's really cool. I hate earthquakes. They destroy 5 buildings because the beginning Firewatch I have can't handle an earthquake in year 2. Just can't. So yeah, I like this. And it's still called realistic even with earthquakes. Everything else, I mean, I even made it harder for myself. I activated that, does it show? Yeah, vehicles lock according to year. And I start a bit earlier, which means I have less vehicles. But overall, I like it. I start big over here. This is overkill. You don't need a big sewage plant. That's stupid. But I don't know. I plan on building a big city here with a big oil industry like down here. And I feel like if we want to plan big, why build like a small sewage treatment plant now and then just replace it by a bigger one later? I'm just going to build a big one now, you know? I have the money. I've barely any loans. If you look at my loans, I've like not even like 400k. And the only reason I took this loan is to afford this. Try F1 twice. Never. Like if someone without context tells me something to do something, no, I've been too long on this platform, buddy. No. Thank you for your advice. Don't even tell me what it is for. Just click it twice. Why did I waste so much money on highways? It's a rare thing called I'm having fun with the game, and I just like to have highways. It's a foreign concept. I'm stop gonna be toxic now about this. I know some people like to min-max. I don't. I like to play in hardcore mode, and that's how I enjoy it. You know? It's cool. I feel like if you would build a city, you need something to get fast above. Is it efficient to build a highway? No. Does it look good and I have fun with it? Absolutely. When is a new video out? Probably in 1.5 weeks, if I'm honest. You hate... See, I can never satisfy any one of you, because you all have different demands, so I'm just gonna do whatever I want. Because then at least I'm happy. So, now I'm not gonna do an interchange. That sounds kind of horrible to do in this game. So, I'm even building like those roads. This pisses some people really off if I show this. Hello everyone, by the way. I just noticed I'm in top chat, which is like the basic selection on YouTube, which means I can't see every comment, which is stupid. I kill my economy if I do this, then why am I in green? Why do I make a net positive every month if my economy is horrible? I think you're in a mindset where you want to optimize, which is fine for your playstyle. But I'm gonna be a bit slower. But I'm still gonna get there. I will not lose because of this. You have to understand that there's a difference between like giving feedback and forcing an opinion on someone. If you want to give me feedback, you say, hey, you could do this. If you want to force an opinion, you should say you should do this. Be careful about that. Because a lot of people try to hide criticism as feedback. I've been long enough on this platform to know those comments. And I'm always open for feedback. I mean, even criticism. There's some things I did in my video that were just stupid, which I agree with. But in my second video, I kind of explained why I did it. I feel like that was missing for some people. Oil, I know, I have a big oil economy and it's over capacity. This is why I'm building this highway over here, so I can export to another customs house. Because I'm on the end of the world. I only have this one part to export to. The main reason I don't make more money is because I have not enough highway, my dude. I need more highway. So you know what? In honor of you, we're gonna build more highway. How do we do this? Or is this gonna be so far? Is it gonna be a giga project? What is this? Oh, I would call like this is like a super planned economy communist city builder, and we play in realistic mode. Yeah, when did I restart? Oh, this has nothing to do with the other campaign. This is a completely different campaign where I try actual realistic mode. The campaign on the videos is about explaining new people how the game works. And that's why I gave myself a lot of money, right? Like, why... Yeah, I think a lot of people were confused why I did this. Firstly, I'm not a pro at the game. I just like this game. Secondly, it's easier if you have a lot of money to show off the game, because then you can just build stuff and show stuff. I think new players will not, or at least shouldn't, start with the hardest setting, with the hardest, like, everything. So, yeah. I should build another industry to fund this. Yeah, this is why we're building a city in the background. So we can research stuff to actually get good industries. Because I can tell you, farming will not fix all the problems I have right now. And I just need a new factory that does new stuff again. This is such a horrible highway, but I kind of try to respect the way that it was before. Which apparently is not very intelligent. Bro, how... This looks horrible. Nah, fuck the local customs. You're gonna make this good. How much of a height difference would this be? This is not too bad. Yeah, we can just do that. So... Oh, I hate when that happens. There's a trick to that though. Bomb. Yeah, look at that. Now we can get rid of that. So this looks more in the middle of the roundabout. That's how I do that. Still, these curves are kind of shit, but I didn't want to change too much. Let me just say, for a random stream, quite the active chat. I didn't prepare anything, I gotta be honest. I just felt like I want to play this game, but I don't have really time to do that long. You should make a farm. Not only are they cheap, but they're also great for some consumer goods production. I did farms. They felt like very inefficient. Maybe I did something wrong, but I did farms. And the way the trucks behaved was so inefficient. Like, I had a lot of trucks still around that were doing not anything. And a lot of crops were just dying in summer. What I did is I just built a railway and started to import the crops and like produce them into food, and that was so much more efficient than just producing it. Because the AI behind the trucks collecting the crops was just so inefficient. I don't know. Like, give me some wisdom if I did something completely wrong. I would genuinely appreciate it, but that was like a horrible experience I had with farms. Since then, I kind of like... I do them eventually at some point, but not really with a lot of love or commitment. More for the sake of it. Sorry if I'm a little bit ignoring to chat, but I'll try to build this up, so this will build in the background. I saw the Born comment and everything. Yeah. I like, for now, I can't promise that I like will always do Soviet Republic workers and resources videos, right? It is just a video game I play a lot privately. Not good, but a lot. And I thought like, hey, yo, edited guide doesn't really exist there. I do a lot of edited videos. Why not try it out? Will I play other things in the future too? Yes. Will I play different cities at some point? Sure. I think for the DLC, we will play another region of the DLC regions, I would suggest. And I'm also thinking about getting the first few parts out before the DLC. But once the new stuff is out, I might actually switch it. Why is this long so road? Like, this long so road? This road so long? Close enough. This is horrible to get here. Good luck, trucks. What? I got a comment that actually is interesting. I got a comment telling me that this truck is actually bad, and I should go for maybe this one? Because I just don't know how the math adds up. Because this thing is double as fast, but has less capacity. So overall, this still feels more efficient. Could I go off capacity? Yeah, it has to be that one. 25 versus 10. 10 times 2 is 20, and not 25 or 30 or anything that would justify it. Is something not braining in my brain, or is it money efficient and that's why it's good? Which I also don't see. Capacity-wise, this is still better. Someone wrote that, and I'm like, oh yeah, sure. And then I checked it out, I'm like, I don't see the reason. Not having food is RP. Yeah, we can build farms, but let's just build up this. I want to get researching now, because I'm already behind. Because this was a private playthrough, I was just fucking around. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna embarrass myself on the internet. Let's stream it. Yeah, this is just going on in the background now. That's fine. You need to also kickstart some... I don't have that much building industry. And then, now you say like, oh, but you waste all the industry. That, which is true. Yeah, it's pathways. But generally speaking, except dumpers, this will not use a lot of things. This will go on in the background. I will just import food for now. I will build like a storage infrastructure behind the warehouse. So they will be fine. It's not going to be a too big city. I will gradually grow it with the industry needs. Ever knew about the mouse drag thing? This? Or holding right click? I'd love to see serious. Yeah, I already recorded, you know, I'm just showing you. I already recorded part 3. So if I go over here. Part 3 is recorded. I will basically show how I built the city. Not everything. So there's gonna be a part 4 and how I make, but I built the basics, right? Food, healthcare, water, waste of, yeah, big switch plant. People will get angry about this. So how to build a city is in there, and also the entire logistics hub is about to finish. So this is gonna be part 3. I explain how this works, how to, I even go through the first winter. This is why it's March right now, to show, hey, the heating worked, right? Because a lot of people struggle with the first heating plant. So I will explain it in the next part. As I said, that is already recorded. And after that, I will basically build the rest. Like, there's gonna be like, because you have more needs. You have like alcohol, you have like sport, you have culture. Crime is not in there yet. That's a lot of things that can really add up. A lot of people make fun about how easy crime is, but in my own experience and what I see online partially, a lot of people struggle with crime because there can be bottlenecks. Either you have not enough policing, or if you have enough policing but not enough courthouses, and it can get out of control really fast. And my solution is to basically reinforce policing and just kill the queue. Just stop everything. You know, they will never catch up anyways. Because how the game doesn't do one case after another. In a way, it just tries to do them all at the same time, which is a horrible way to do it. That's why your policing, after a while, gets nothing done if it has too much cases. Happy to hear you like this series. I literally did this as a passion project. And now after one video, the channel is like monetized, which is crazy, right? How did you know there was oil? Okay. There's 2 ways to do it. There's way 1, where you go around like this and you just search for a percentage to pop up. Way 2 is the way I recommend, because you lose less of your lifetime. Is you open the game on easy mode, you click on here and check where oil is, and then you build your city next to there in hardcore mode, okay? Is it? Yeah, see. You can give me this. I'm at least honest, okay? Like, I'm not gonna pretend like, oh, it was just... You know, I had a hunch, guys. Come on, guys. I had a hunch. I just knew. I smelled the oil, you know? But there's 2 ways to do this. Ja, of course, natürlich kann ich Deutsch. Ich bin aus Österreich. I just am also good with the English. Ein dreckiger Österreicher bin ich. No, but overall, I know I go a little bit overkill of everything. Yeah. If you want to do farming, use offices, then use... If you want to do farming, you need to use officers, then use the farm's own one. Offices, distribution offices. So you can order distribution offices to pick up stuff from farms. I thought only the farm could do that. So you're telling me distribution offices can also pick up the farm stuff? Grüß aus der Schweiz, zurück. If that would be my solution to why the farms are so dog shit, because then I could just do it myself. First time watching a stream which I actually enjoy. Yeah. I'm sorry I am doing this to you. This is Don't do that. I am so confused. With this game, there's so many approaches to things that one person says this and the other person says no. I'm like, I guess I'm just gonna do whatever I want. You say yes. We're gonna try this out. We're gonna build a farming industry, because we need shit all... Yeah, I'm gonna swear in the stream. We're gonna do shit all... population for that. I would say we just build up, I don't know, a farming industry over here. One big farm, and do scale it up as much as we can. Then we use some distribution offices to collect the grain. And then we could build like very close to the city, because I'm pretty sure the food factory has very little... Yeah, that's nothing. Someone told me per cloud, 250 meters as a rule of thumb. I gotta be honest, I didn't answer the latest comments of the last 2 days, but I read them all, and I feel rude. But I'm doing them all in like one big swoop. You know the moment where you take like a big shit and then you're on your toilet? That's where I answer the comments, guys. This is my YouTube interaction. If you see like, oh, he answered my comments, I'm either waiting in a waiting room for a doctor, because I had fun with a nasty ear infection for like 5 weeks, or I'm taking a big dump. There you go. If that isn't the YouTuber interaction you're for. Use 225. It's crazy. I see some people, yeah, you need to be very far away. Pollution is very dangerous. And then I see other people telling me, no, it doesn't matter at all. And I do know it matters, because I had like a heating plant close to a city, and the city just died. Like, just killed 5 houses, made them empty. Like, just to show the distance, it was way too close. Like, obviously, it's very polluting. And a heating plant, like, to this distance, here. And, like, the houses here just died. That was way too much info. You have to live with that now. So... we pride ourselves with honesty on this channel. The Office of Information has decided that you will live with this knowledge now. The Ministry of Information has decided you are now allowed to know the dark truth of every YouTuber. Okay, I'm gonna make a little bit of a slope here. Because I want to extend the city here, but I also want to make another road down here. So I'm like terraforming this. Do I make you angry or not? Okay, we're gonna start with gravel. For now, you've been very kind, so I'm kind back. Gravel road for now. Just looking while doing other stuff, that's completely fine. If you have any questions about what I'm doing, firstly, understandable, me too. Secondly, feel free to ask. So. By the way, this might be a tip for later, should put monuments inside. That is, okay, big question I have about monuments. Monuments are very useful, and loyalty is very, very important for your working efficiency, right? Like, it has a huge impact, and you tend to be like you tend to ignore it because it looks unimportant, but it's really important. because it makes your people double as efficient. How does it influence it? Is it if they're close by? Is it close to their homes? Is it close to the factory? Or is it everything of the above? Like, does it just influence everyone that's close by? Because I never really understood that, if I should build it next to the houses or basically everywhere. Do you look at Twitch or YouTube more? I've only YouTube open, so... Twitch. I don't have a Twitch stream right now. But it's also... I'm sorry, it's gonna be late. TLDR, a friend of mine wanted to help me, so I'm like, you know what? I'm currently struggling with a lot of things. Here I have part 3. Now he's struggling with his editing software. And now I'm basically bottlenecked to wait for him. Because I just crunched the videos out in like 2 days, which is horrible. I crunched the videos out in like 2 days. But now I'm basically waiting for him. So part 3 is gonna take a while, but part 4 is gonna be very shortly after. The problem is I don't want to record part 4 before I get a part... part... 3. So, my brain fart. Literally, body wrote me right now. Okay, might be earlier than I thought, because it just wrote me fix the problem. Literally just now. I'd like... maybe sooner, maybe later. I just know that this weekend I'm not gonna be here, so I can't crunch it on the weekend. Suggestions for part 3? I already recorded part 3 already. If you jump a little bit forward, you even see what I did in part 3, because I had a little bit of a preview. That's beautiful about Twitch. You can actually just jump over backward every time you want. But part 4 is gonna be how to basically make a city work and how to... I guess I'll go into railway in like person transport. Let's see how far I get into that. But my main important thing is... preparing research, building all the educational buildings, and satisfying all the demands. So basically going from, okay, all your people have food and have like heating and water, like all the basic needs that they're not going to die. But then you also want to keep them, right? Make them happy. So then we go through all the other demands. How's my health going? Better. I liked physiotherapy for a while, so I'm better now. Don't ask about my health, Lore. It is bad. I'm way better now, but there's a reason why I'm like on and off with YouTube a lot. It's way better. Can you play Victoria 3? I did that a little bit on my other channel. I still love the game, but I'm waiting for the new stuff to come out. So maybe then. Yahaman has the Australian flag. If you look at my other YouTube channel, you might notice quite the opposite. Let's just say both my YouTube channels are just 2 parodies of each other. If you want to know the actual backstory, I like back in the days. Where is it? Back in the days, I made. Okay, I'm gonna show you the Florius lore. Okay. Back in the days, I had this. This was my main channel. Right, bam, this logo here. And then I made a second channel that got this logo here. This channel kinda exploded, and now I'm making Hoi 4 videos there, okay? And then I decided, you know what? I wanna revive the other channel, but I want it to be funny. So now it looks like this. So these all started as an Austria-Australia joke that got really out of hand. Really out of hand. There you go. The problem is, the Australians are gaslighting everyone into believing I'm Australian. And, you know, I don't want to destroy the fun for them, so I'm just shutting up. This is not a second... No, this is the main channel, guys. I can't believe you call this the second channel. Are you from Wien by any chance? Vielleicht. Sehr gute Chance. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, but now I'm waiting. Someone asked me in the comments how to do like this again. And it's like very easy. It's like control numpad 1 or control numpad 2 for faster. By the way, I killed this entire village over here accidentally. Oh, one person's still alive. Yeah, because I built and I just decided to let it die because I didn't care. arguably this is more chaotic than the chaotic channel. You don't know the chaotic channel, then. All I have to say for myself is that autism and ADHD is a very interesting combination. that is what I have to say for myself, okay? It's quite a position to live in. But yeah, I started building on this over here because I wanted to get more building capabilities. I wanted to take a little bit more stuff for that. I'm going a little bit into that because this is just annoying. This bottleneck over here is also horrible. Is anyone building here, by the way? Yeah, they are. Are you both? Yeah, very good. If you didn't know, spoiler, you can just select your building thingies here via this, and then have a group of them. So you can see all of these buildings. Then you go to assign construction mode, and you can say, oh, all of you should build on these projects. Like, you don't see it because it's white, but I'm dragging a box on those. You can say, oh, build on this. I mean, I don't want them to build this because they would drive all the way around, which would be horrible. But you can basically group up your construction hubs with assign, and then you can just assign into construction sites. That's very useful. You really have... I'm gonna be 100% sure. I'm gonna be 100% honest. I have ADHD. 100% tested, right? And because of that, I'm in therapy. Now, there is a 70% chance I have autism. Then you take the traits I have. Now ask them, if I would check myself for autism, would it change anything about me? Is there any medication? No. So I would get nothing out of checking myself for autism. But let me say, professionals said it's very, very likely that I have autism. Very, very likely. So, can I say it on like a doctor said I have autism? No. But a lot of experts told me it is very likely, and I would get nothing out of testing myself. I would get nothing. So, yeah. But the ADHD 100%. I even have like all of the fucking Ritalin club, whatever. Or what is it in America? Adderall? I don't know. Have I ever been to Czechia? Actually, truth be told, no. It's crazy. I want to go to Czechia once. The problem is I don't want to go to Prague. Like everything I've heard, Prague is such a tourist city. It's very beautiful, of course. But I think if I would go to Czechia and go to Prague, I would just see a lot of other tourists. Instead of seeing Czechia, you know what I mean? Because what I've heard, Prague is worse than Vienna. Adderall America, yeah. Increasing in the UK. Oh, they are all my ADHD brothers. Have I been outside of Austria? Yeah. I've been in the obvious places like Italy, but I've also been to the UK, Germany, Sweden, Greece. I think that's in Europe. Yeah, I was in the US, but I was in the golden days, quote unquote. Before they burned down other relations with their friends. I can't believe they would do that. My feelings are hurt. Ireland? I've actually not been in Ireland. I'm in UK. I could also say Scotland because I was in England and Scotland. I was in both. My condolences that you had to go to the UK. I have friends in the UK and they said the same thing. I did play the Yugoslavia map. Actually, like, Yugoslavia map was the first map I tried playing with the advice of some people. And I have to say, I really struggled. For one, I found the perfect place to start in Yugoslavia map. If you want to, we at the future can make a video about this. But what I found out in the Yugoslavia map is that this place over here, top here, you have oil here, and you're next to a big cargo hub between west and east. It's amazing. The problem being is that back then I didn't know how to start, so the city's pretty fucked. It is working. I am making money, but it feels very bottleneck. Like I would spend quite a long time to just pay off the debt here. Plus, it looks very ugly. because I became broke really fast without a real plan. The problem here is that I got like a lot of early disasters and it just destroyed me. Like I played here with earthquakes on, and that's why I say out of my own experience, earthquakes are just not fun. Who says they enjoy earthquakes in this game? All my love to you, but for me earthquakes are just a reason to say, okay, I have to restart the game now. Or I load back. But why would I play a game where I just risk by default to load back every time an earthquake happens? That's just stupid. You know what I mean? But yeah, generally I would love to go back to this map, because this spot per se was amazing. I actually played, like privately I played on a Czechia map. What I like to do in this game, I will not do it on this map because we're very far away from the eastern border, but if you buy like Western licenses in the car industry and you just build Western trucks and sell them to the east, you make so much money. It is crazy how much money you make with that. And the input of resources is very little in the car industry. It's mostly working time. Like you need your workers in the factory to build. That is like the longest. But oh my god, like you make bank with that. Don't need wastewater treatment early on, but later, so I'm building it now. Is there a way to make this faster, by the way, because this last step takes forever? Yeah. I don't know, I have this approach where I build an entire city and then let people move in. Not efficient approach, but it is my inefficient approach. I'm not gonna recommend it, but I feel like for new players it could be very good to do it. Because then you can kind of start to feel comfortable. That's why I'm not calling myself a pro player, but I know a lot of the fears and questions of new players, so I feel like I'm very capable answering them. Could make a shipbuilding industry. I mean, we have that. I mean, we could. What we literally could do, jokes aside, is with the Western money, build Western ships and sell it to the East. And with that money, we could do some other stuff. It would be so funny if we were just like selling like South Korean ships to like China. That would be so funny, lore. No, I'm not gonna start it now. I'm gonna go into this, and I'm gonna make your farming recommendation over here. I wanna finish those highways over here. I mean, what you could do. The only problem I have right now would love building railway industries, but I forced myself in this position, and the next eastern thing is over here. That's so far away. So railway construction, like there is no like. Tell me if I'm wrong. But as much as I know, there is no Western railway construction vehicle. I could buy this as a disassemble and ship it over, but this is all dirt roads. They would just go out of fuel halfway home. So I'm kind of locked out of railway construction. Otherwise, I would just build a fuel train and ship the oil via that. How long will be today's stream? Maybe 2 hours, let's see. I have to be honest, I set nothing up, like no subscriber notification. I mean, I could activate membership on this channel. The only reason I haven't done it yet is I'm lazy. The main reason why you don't really see a lot of ads on my channel, on the other channel. I do get emails, I'm just too lazy to open them and do brand deals. I mean, I love my views. I would never sell myself out. I guess my laziness comes to your blessing. Import cranes via ship. But for that we need a shipyard, and then we need to waste a lot of money for ships. Bro, that is... Is the third port connectable? It is, but the problem is it doesn't change. See, the problem here is not that there's only one road in. No, that in the customs office, only one car can drive in or out at the same time. So this will wait until this car is parked, and now this car drives out. Like, even if I build a third road, there would just be a third line. That's the main problem with custom houses. There's such a bottleneck. That's why you want trains. Because trains just go in, load all the shit off they have, load all the shit on they need, and then piss off. And they don't create this. So this is why cranes are very popular in this game. And not having them is like a challenge of its own, I guess. I kind of created like capitalist. Capitalist North Korea so far. Do you read manga? Not really. I watch some animes. A lot of my friends are, like even my girlfriend is like manga reader. But I personally am not too much into them. I'm sorry. A one-way road for oil. Yeah, but that would still not, like, all of these trucks still need to go in to get their construction vehicles. My plan right now is to build this way too long highway over here, so all of my oil vehicles can go here, and then we build like one fuel station somewhere here along the way. And that's the plan, right? Like, we build like maybe a fuel station here, a free one, and we keep that fueled. And then they can use the highway to not slow them down too much. But for now, like on the dirt road, this wouldn't work. Gravel would maybe work, but while snow is there, it's still very, very slow. Yeah, but they're really struggling to get this there. Once they're done with this should be a bit faster. By the way, this is a huge waste of time. Whoever was mad at me for doing this, you were absolutely right. The only reason I doubled down is because you were mad at me. I wouldn't have not done it if you wouldn't have complained about the asphalt roads. Just because you're right doesn't mean I've stopped doing it. I'm horrible. I'm just gonna do cool roundabout rules. Stop braking. It's a roundabout. Enjoy your roundabout rides. North Korean Navy shall prevail. I'm your biggest hater. I love you too. You bought this game. What now? Why do you ask me? I didn't recommend you buy this game, I just said I like it. We need ships now. You fuckers want me to go bankrupt. I'm already in a bad economic situation just to have a navy. You like the North Korean nuclear program. No, we need it. We need it. Food, okay, right? Everyone has food. You know what not everyone has? A nuke, you know? We could be different. A lot of nations have food, but no nuclear program. What if we do the other way around? This will take forever. Yeah, I like roundabouts. In this game, they're kinda efficient. Kinda. I'm not saying they're the best solution to everything. But they are a simple enough solution to kind of be satisfying and to kind of... They can also... If you have, like, traffic like this, they can create a death loop. And with that, I mean a literal loop, and no one can go out because everyone is stuck in traffic. But yeah, we're very much like, in terms of the 4-year plan, it's gonna be like 8 years late. Okay, I'm sorry. It is what it is. Can we conquer South Korea in this game? In our hearts. In our hearts we can. We will create NK pop. They will be devastated. Oh, but I hate this burned down, and the construction officers don't automatically assign them, assign themselves. And the building has burned down and has been deconstructed. You have to manually reconstruct it. Not to rival China. We're gonna export to China. Should have... Yeah, I don't know. I saw all of this oil and I got so greedy that I completely forgot that in the south there's South Korea and not any Soviet nations. Which in hindsight might seem very, very like obvious. But you have to see it out of a person that just learned how much oil here is. You know? People don't think straight when it's about oil. Tell me one historical incident where the acquisition of oil fields has led to logical conclusions. Exactly. Oh, those, they go forever. The oil field will never run dry. This thing will go forever. My main problem is that we can't export it fast enough. We make too much oil. It is just... We can't stop winning. That's why we're broke. Because we can't stop winning fast enough. Norway. Oil fields on land. Ha! Now I got it. Green finally. Yeah, winter can look like really depressing. I lost her on the map. The fog. Come on. Come on. Build up. Build up. Build up. Build up. That's my motivational chant for this. No, what I could actually show you, what I didn't show in my video. How I like to do this. And they're Canada. Stop giving examples that work. Just accept that I said something that's like that. Welcome to the communist stream. Agree or be purged. No, jokes aside. What I like to do, because you can just put a warehouse to a shopping center, but out of my own experiences, that sometimes bugs out. And then your shopping center actually doesn't take the goods from the warehouse. So what I tend to always do, like, forklifts connections. Just out of spite, because I had like huge population death once. Because the warehouse didn't take the wares from the cargo, like a warehouse, like the shopping center didn't take the wares from the warehouse. There you go. That's what I wanted to say. We do this, we do this. Come on. Bam. Here we go. Ah, gravel. We're a high and rich society. We use gravel roads instead of dirt. How is that with the construction offices? Can it reach the roundabouts? So what you can do is you can always check. If you click over here, you see the reach. If you hover over this, and I mean, I think you can't put this higher than what it is. No, you can't. 3,500 is the like maximum range. This does kind of correct me if I'm wrong, but I think like if you have better infrastructured roads, this can go a little bit further. But what you can also do is go over here. I can redo this if you want to. There's like, this here is the construction offices assign tool. They can say, those two construction offices, very soon 3, now they're in this. I can go to assign, and now I can always say, hey, build these roads, right? So even though this is quote-unquote not in range, I can still assign them to do this here. Just that they won't do it automatically, right? So this says automatic search, doesn't mean you can't manually add them to other building projects. So what I tend to do is always sum up construction offices in a corner to one of these, then just assign them to building projects. Roads don't hit research, thanks God. I know, right? So, do I play City Skylines 2? Yeah, I played it a lot. I even made a video about it on my other channel. I was so E-fame, I got early access. Oh my God, I'm such a better person. No, but it was kind of sad, like City Skylines 2, because obviously the developers knew the performance was horrible, but it felt like they were not allowed to say that. It felt like they were like, you know, they're like, yeah, we will fix that. And I have some more insights now on what happened in City Skylines 2, because I talked with some Paradox staff. Man, that thing is just so sad. That is so sad, because it is not their fault that it happened, it is their fault that they never like talked about it. You know, like before they came out, that they didn't. To a degree, it's their fault, but like imagine you're so far committed in a project, and then some other outside source doesn't basically do something that they promised to do, and now you're kind of stuck with what you have, right? So yeah. But TLDR, yapping aside, the ADHD kicked in, so we talked about something else. I like City Skylines too, but I do be loving this game more. I just, that's also why I love games like Anno or something. I just like goods, okay? Like working with goods. You don't really work with goods in City Skylines. Yes, you have infrastructure and all of that, you build a city, but like having actual hand-on goods that are produced and have to like move around the map is way more satisfying for me. The infrastructure, logistics of that just satisfy me way more than actual City Skylines. City Skylines is a lot of beauty building. I love that about it, but I just miss the rare aspects that you can't build up like an industry per se. Like even SimCity, the horrible one, the last one, had like goods that you had like industry buildings that built something that you could export. It was a horrible system, but at least it was there. Soviet Manor Lords. Imagine you could walk around this. I mean, you can do this. Wait. There you go. We're not locked on. No. I'm following you. I'm in a drone. This is a drone strike. You're not getting away. Get out the vehicle. Hands up. We see you. Yeah. But this is not working in the background. This is how I do like my... Click again. Okay, let's click on a vehicle and click again. Here, FPS. Oh, that's what you mean. Oh, this is horrible. Because it's not fast enough with the... Imagine... What the fuck? Yeah, it doesn't really work in speed up mode. I see. That was crazy. Yeah, I saw that was funny. Okay. So our, how can we call this? Our shithole production is nearly done. You're welcome, YouTube. And now I would say we need one distribution office for like general goods. You know what? I'm just gonna place it here. Because the game is a little bit advanced enough, we have actual good trucks here. I love those trucks. Those Western trucks are amazing. So I'm gonna buy this. I'm gonna oh true, we need a repair office very soon. Around this time, the vehicles are like at 30%. Let's click on one of the older ones that I know are old. 22. Even older, you. 17. Okay, you apparently have not been used a lot. So we're still safe for a little bit, but I would say in 2 years we need to have it, otherwise we are screwed. Why did you build a water treatment plant? You don't need it. I invite you to your local city and tell them to not need it. Brother, we're not Dubai. We are our actual working society. We're gonna get a water treatment plant. I don't care if you like your shit trucks. I want my water treated and my shit pumped into the local river, okay? This is how we do this here. It would be a national disgrace not to have our own shit in our own soil. Bro, what the fuck is... Whatever that is. Don't. Don't do that. I see your point, by the way, and I know at the beginning it's you can do it, but tell me that this would get our sewage out in time. Because I disagree. We're gonna build it all. So, yeah, our dump trucks are screwed. We need more, and we need now. This takes up a lot of stuff. But you gotta dream big, right? And you gotta waste a lot of money in an industry and a road you don't need. I mean, we need it. We need it. We don't need a highway, we just need a road. But I have committed. The committee has committed. Real plan. I hope not. I'm about to run out of money. See, this is what we have this button for. Actual loans in dollars. Look how much more loans we can take. See, we have money, you just don't know it yet. Don't you lose valuable time doing this? Yes. Next question. Does this say guide? Does this say good gameplay? Does this say pro plays? Or does it say, can real communism save North Korea? The answer could be no. I never said it can. We could just lose. You know, like... Real communism is you giving good ideas and me still doing what I want. Or even doing the bad things because you had good ideas. I know what it... There's a mod for that multiple vehicles can drive in or out. And it seems very attractive, but at the same time it would take away from the satisfaction of having the first railway if this, you know... Is there a way to get out of these loans? Yeah, make money. I mean, we have a lot of potential money. We just can't sell it fast enough. Plus, a lot of this is one-time cost, right? Like, this big sewage treatment plant might look very horrible because it is way too big. But, yeah. Could do tourism, but I don't know if we can do it in time. My big plan would actually be oil. Like, oil into fuel. We already have fuel. Oh, true, we need heating. Where do we do heating? I mean, we can build it here. The city's dead anyways. Small church, you know, you would look very cute next to a heat plant. Can pump it up here. Can bring the buses down here. I know foreign connection pipelines are the best, but it's so deep down the research. Can I sell people? No. Farming? I mean, I'm preparing this area here to be a little bit about farming. Promise the running cost will be quite alone. You would pay good money to visit North Korea unrestricted? How much? And would it save my economy? So... Nicotine user, no. I'm not cool enough to smoke or a vape. I've the only sickness every good communist leader has, and that means I'm overweight. So, if I build on asphalt roads, 10 people are gonna spam that they're mad at me, so we're gonna build gravel. Okay, guys, we're gonna stop this project over here for now. I'm gonna put it onto... Where is it? Suspend. No, suspend. Suspend. I hope you're happy. We're actually using our dump trucks for the good. That don't make me regret this. Oh yeah, it needs a lot of CPU. So, what is the next step? Go big or go home? And this is gonna be next to your home. Then we need a pump. Actually, should I build 2 small ones? Because I noticed the other day that the small ones don't need any workers. You know, they can always build a big one later. I'm gonna build a small one. Because not having any, like, not needing any workers is generally, like, really cool. The channel was just happening. The problem is I didn't have any time. I mean, I was even gone for some health reasons where I was very limited for some time. So... You can ratio my plumbing, but... This is in preparations of the next part where you're gonna be mad at me anyways. I'm just sensitizing you now. This is okay. I'm gonna use dirt roads for this. Bum bum bum. This goes into here. Viel zu teuer. Ja. What do you mean? Wait, how much more expensive can this be? I mean, we're gonna build industry everywhere. Okay, we build it here, okay? I believe you. It probably mean that you said this with no context, so I understand you're telling me the amount of chemicals it takes to filter the low water quality is very expensive. That is what I'm taking here, okay? Bro, being edgy for the edgy's sake. Bye. Bro. I get that your parents didn't love you, but do you have to spam it in my chat? You know, that's just stupid. So. Bum. 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 No, we're not slowly losing money. We're slowly winning. We're winning. Our helicopter construct... They are cool, not because they are money efficient, they are time efficient. That is really good. They don't really, like, for picking up resources, they don't have to go, like, through the waiting thing of the custom house. Right? They use a lot of fuel. So if you have only a refinery and you produce your own fuel, do it. If you import fuel, it will come quite expensive. They're kind of nice if you try to expand on the other side of the map. Where's the railway? Oh, I have bad news for you. If you look forward to the railway, I'm so sorry. This is gonna be a no railway playthrough, which is the worst thing I ever said in this game. But at the same time, I don't really have a choice. Bomb. Is there any... No. As much as... Like, correct me if I'm wrong, but I checked many times. And you see right now, there is not even the option of any track constructor. None. Railway, like locomotives, sure, but railway construction, I can't get it over. Generally speaking, tourism, no idea how good it is. No idea. If you tell me tourism is amazing, I'm willing to give it a try. Because I heard a lot of people saying, oh, tourism is really, really, really good. Like, before I did videos. But I gotta be honest, I never got to try. And a lot of people say, you should. And I'm like, it feels like such a commitment. I think about other games in tourism, and tourism is always dog shit. If it's actually good in this game, I'm willing to try it. If you come in here with PowerPoints and calculation, this is the wrong channel. We're not doing that. Come on, my dude. English. Or at least the language I can understand. That was probably checked. Okay. Guys, I give you a chance to delete your no English messages, but come on, like, you have to understand that I can't moderate what I can't read, and if I can't moderate, I'm liable for the entire YouTube shit, right? Guess we played that game. 5 minutes in the naughty corner. Punished. Shadow Realm. Gone forever. I mean, we could try tourism. He's anti-Slavic, caught in 4K. Yep, Austrian confirmed anti-Slavic. That is what this is about. Still an old feud. I've not been over the First World War. Sorry, guys. Like, jokes aside, I have to moderate the chat around. I can't catch everything, which is obvious. But if I can't even read the language, then like, how do I even get the chance to moderate it? If people find themselves and see, oh, we speak the same language, of course you just start writing in your own language. But you have to see it from my own perspective. I have to moderate that, you know? And I don't like the guy that says, okay, you're bad, you speak another language. But you know, like, if I can't read it, I can't go through it, you know? It is what it is. I'm sorry. Greetings back. You need a force. Okay, we could try tourism. I mean, I'm gonna go like a little bit into the oil industry. And oh, that is done. Okay. Today you will learn how to lose a lot of money. So. Why do I'm stupid. I have so much rubles. What did we buy? We bought this and we bought this. So we have excavators and open hull. this. Maybe one more open hull. And as for a dumper, you told me to get this one, but I kind of disagree. I still think on paper this one is better. Yeah, it's slower, but it can like transport 2 point... Like it's half as fast, but it can transport 2.5 times the stuff, which seems more efficient to me. Like, I don't play this game very math efficient. Like, true, right? But this still seems very good. I have this entire speech. There you go. For 10 minutes. Purged. Small games where nature is a final boss. I mean, I'm currently playing like the forest. Like the second forest. With some friends. But it's slow, yeah, but it can transport more. And with highways, you can just overtake it. So it's not slowing anything down, right? No, this doesn't add up. It's not because you can't just double the amount because of the speed, right? There's always gonna be the speed, and the speed is a constant with the maximum speed. If you add it together with, and the same constant is how much it can carry maximum. So you can't just say it goes double the path, so the speed is now more important. No, it's always gonna be double as fast. But the other one can transport 2.5 times the amount. That is also a constant, that it will not double if the path is different. I'm just gonna get it. Like, that's the upside of a highway. If here is a big tumble, I can just overtake it. And if they're all stuck over here, it doesn't matter anyways how fast they are for now, so fuck it. What I could actually do is a gravel industry. Oh, but for that we need workers, right? For the gravel thingy planned. Should we just import workers for that? But that's so inefficient. They're so expensive. Oh no! It kills the traffic. What will we do? If only all these vehicles were double as fast, then this entire economy would be so much faster. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna download a mod midstream. The quarries don't need any, but is it like not a gravel... Like, you get gravel stone? And then it turns it into gravel via a gravel plant that needs workers? Yeah, it says 5 or 15 workers. Because these over here, they just... I like how we have one excavator. I guess it will take a while. Okay. Let's try this. Only needs 15 workers. I know he's begging. If I would give in every time someone begs, I would never get any videos done. But sometimes you just have to take the L, you know? You can play whatever you want with. In return, I only want that I can play how I want. And sometimes I just make not the right decision, and I guess we both have to live with it. Do we even need gravel? Because we kind of do, right? Because we have to transport it out all the time. But That's so annoying, this infrastructure of that. Ah, it doesn't matter. It's gravel. I used the gravel to build the gravel. I mean, if you already build it, why not, like, build the big one? We have some space here, we do. Wait, there's a big digging thingy? There is! Win business, win business, win business, win business, win business, win business. Let's go. I knew this. I'm making guides, I'm intelligent. Bro, why do you take so long? Okay, Order of the Great Leader. All of the like... How is this faster? Plot twist, it is not. Okay. I got lost with all the F keys. F in chat. So... I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna go with the quality we get. How much connections do we have? Do we have more than one? Yes and no. Yeah, we're gonna build a connection thingy. Just for future reasons. And I'm gonna do it like this. Oh my god, I thought... I clicked it away because I thought in my mind I placed it down. Turns out, no. Please flatten. Wait, it's on the wrong side. There we go. Okay, that made it worse. Okay, let's build it. And... wait, and build. I'm gonna inside you too. There we go. Will take a while for these vehicles to arrive. Where are they? There is my convoy. The great leap forward. I know you can put an excavator into them. That I do actually know. It looks so stupid. Double speed! We're not waiting anyway, so I'm wasting time. And this is awfully funny to me. Let's go to the highway now, so they're like super fast, quote unquote. It's being built. I was able to run 50k income per month off a tiny tourism zone. Bro, what? Is tourism so good? There you go. Do we have... I don't want to afford it though, we're gonna take the eastern one, there you go. I don't know why I got so much fire trucks, but I just hate fires. Happy to see that you like the channel. If you're a pro player, you're gonna be disappointed. If you just want to have fun, you're gonna have a good time. Believe me, I'm willing to learn. I'm willing to learn. I will listen to all your tips. For me, it's more about how you tell it to me. Trust me, out of my own side, I get very defensive if you just blame me for something. It's a bad characteristic I have, and I agree to that. but you can believe me that in all of the comments I do read them, and I do incorporate them into future parts, right? I just don't understand why some people have to be rude while writing them. Like, I actively destroy people's experience of doing certain things, which is just not true. Yeah, there you go. That's my honest pet talk about YouTube comments. Always make heavy industry. It's fine. It's fine. I think the game is so great because, you know, you can do a lot of things. The hardcore series, I would say I do like up to part 5, 6, because then I really would love to go into the new DLC. That's just... Yeah, I like the... I want to play Steam Locomotive, guys, I'm so sorry. I'll probably finish this series while playing a little bit of the new game mode privately and basically learning it a little bit. And then I want to... Maybe we do some streams together. I think that we could do that for release. That would be funny. But like a video series where I talk about all of the ins and outs. I would like to have some experience before I just go blindly into it. And I think this game doesn't have a problem with like guides. I think there's a lot of good guides. I feel like there's a little bit of a niche for edited videos. So I'm going into that, right? I think there's a lot of good guides, a lot of good like let's play series that explain the game very, very well, better than I do. But I like to get more people into the game. You know what I mean? That's kind of like, because the game is really good. It's really, really good. I have my very unique editing style. At least I hope it's kind of unique. Yeah. How cargo ports work. I mean, you build a port, you buy a ship, or you build a ship if you're very special, because that's gonna be expensive. At least the infrastructure for that. And then you can order your ship to go out and buy stuff via the border, because the border, you can just buy everything. This outback here is like a cargo station. But this is this English only thing hard. Someone else. Someone else. No. Bro, I don't speak Turkish. What do you want from me? Yeah, I like the game because how you can change things. Don't trade with South Korea. It's North Koreans and South Korea. Is it bad, the game, if you don't play realistic? No, not at all. It's just way more approachable. I just like the challenge of realistic mode while not thinking about every decision I do, like... Oh, I have a pie chart in my head and know the ins and outs. I just hate that kind of play style where I need to open like a calculator to place on a building. I just rather build like a semi-realistic building, a semi-realistic city with the restriction of, oh, you need to bring in all the goods. And I just like that. Oh. What's up with music? What do you mean we're at the end of the playlist? That's so rude. I was like, where's the music? The calculator time. I mean, it's fine too. I think both is totally fine. I just think the fun ends where like one playstyle forces the other one to be like that and tell someone how to play the game correctly. Because that's not how you support a growing community. I think the worst thing you can do if you want more people to talk about the game and the game to get more popularity is to kind of force your playstyle onto like other people and say, oh, you're playing it wrong. Could it be better? Yeah. I'm not gonna read Turkish in chat. I'm just gonna time those people out, and every time they do it again, I'm just gonna ban them after a while. That's fine. I think it's very understandable that, like, English only, like, maybe German is a fun sentence once, because I can read German, but it's like it, right? Nothing against, like, Turkish people, you know? I love my Turkish brothers. My Hoi 4 Turkey videos just for you. But yeah, jokes aside, if I can't read a language, no matter what the language is, I'm just gonna time it out. Because I said multiple times and I don't do it, you know? It's that simple. And those were people partially that have been here before when I said that. It's just, you know. Oh, yeah, that's fine. No, but jokes aside, like, not too much German/Austrian. I'm not gonna beat that double standards here. So, let's do... Do we have... No, not really. Buy more. Make some people mad. This is good. Gonna need excavators. 1, 2... How many fit into there? I mean, it doesn't tell me now, of course, because construction side. Three spots. Okay. So 3 excavators. Stop with the fucking German, you. 3. Yeah, thank you, thank you. I need 1, but 3. Okay, okay, I just got 3. We have a lot of rubles. I think rubles are not my problem. So that is fine, that is fine. I mean, yeah, the fuel station's good enough. And if you tell me I'm very inefficient, that's fine. You're not lying. I'm not gonna be mad at you. This is inefficient. Because right now, I gotta be honest, I'm concentrating to yep with you guys, because I rather, like, be a little bit worse in the game right now than, like, ignore you. Which I kinda did at the beginning. Wait. The one cool thing... Okay, let's click. Oh, why? True, this fat truck means I can't build there. Okay, fair. I was like, I can't even see if I can't build. And I'm like, oh, this is literally the symbol I can't build here. That's what's in the way. What I find cool about this position is that I'm elevated. Because it goes down and it goes down again. So we'll never have a problem with sewage here, because the infrastructure is so straightforward. So that's actually really, really cool. So can we kinda... Oh no, that's horrible. I was afraid of that. Can we... Looks horrible once again, but maybe it works. It does! Look at that! We'll play with trash. Yeah, we will sort out trash. I mean, we can start building the... what is it called again? Technical services, yeah. I think we have some space here. Oh no, we're gonna lose that building. It's a pump check. Who cares? Who cares? Who cares? Yeah, I feel like if I would get... but this is horrible. If I would just order vehicles to bring stuff into storages and get it here, we would just have a different bottleneck. It would just be different assigned vehicles to stand. This is getting worse every time I look. Bro, jokes aside, which road is further along of being done? You're here. I'm gonna... I'm gonna allow a very linear road to be constructed over here. Wait, not a sign. There you go. Oh no, I don't care. I mean, getting workers would actually be huge. So what do we need after this? They have healthcare, they have fire prevention. Once this is done, they have water, they have... Oh, they don't have electricity. Gotta take care of that. Electricity. I'm counting all the needs they need. Like, they would immediately die if they don't get it. Not like sports, where they would die after a while because they're unhealthy. We can kind of drag those behind a little bit. Trash we don't have yet. By the way, we don't need like an asphalt pathway for that. Let me... Let's build those. Get rid of you. You. I think electricity and then we heating. Yeah, true. That's why we're building this. True. At least heating is prepared. We just need workers for heating. Meaning, hopefully next year we can get into workers. If not, I'm just gonna put down a safe, okay? Because if this over here starts burning, I'm cooked. We're building the heating plant right now. EU5. I'm very hyped about EU5. It looks very good. I didn't get early access, by the way. I got, like, to be fair, I have nothing to do with EU4 at the moment on my channel, so that's totally fine. I will never care about early access. But what I saw so far and heard from some videos/streams, it looks very good. I was always scared about EU5. If you don't know, we're talking about Europa Universalis 5, which is, you know, Paradox Interactive. If you don't know the game, you don't know the game. Very quick statement to that. It looks really good. A lot of people will not like the graphics or the feel because they just love EU4. I mean, if Hoi 5 is gonna be like EU5 in tends to upgrades from EU4, I'm gonna be very happy with Hoi 5. I hope there's a similar committed team behind Hoi 5 at some point as they are with EU4. Looks really good. They wrote all the things they wanted to do with Europa Universalis 5, and I didn't believe them. I'm like, that's way too much. How do you get this into a video game? Apparently like this. So... cool, I guess. Hoi 5 mentioned. I don't believe there's gonna be a Hoi 5 anytime soon. Yeah, 100% are gonna spend like 2 more years of making DLCs. I love this. This is horrible. See, I want to do the farming, but... Wiki 4. Let them fix Wiki 3 first. Oh, I'm so sad about Victoria 3 because it had so much potential. It looks amazing. I like the building mechanics and trading mechanics. That's all fine. But the Diplo stuff is dog shit. And the warfare stuff is still horrible. So as long as I don't fix that, we're gonna have a problem. Right. And let's not talk about performance. I think performance is also quite dire. I mean, I will record Stellaris quite soon for the mega campaign, right? I have a lot of hours in Victoria 3. As I said, I love the game. That's why, like, I've nearly 900 hours in Victoria 3. I've German. I've more hours in Victoria 3 than in this game. And I love this game. Don't ask me about Hoi 4 or EU4. That is something different. Oh yeah, Victoria 3 has been improved by quite a lot. Don't get me wrong, when I say they should fix the game first, doesn't mean that I don't recognize that they've done some fixing so far, right? I don't want to trash talk Victoria. They're on the right path. I'm just sad that it's still not as good as it could be. You know what I mean? Like, I have a lot of hopes for the game, and that's why I'm a little bit down. Is that in Spiffing Brit? Bro, we have D channel here. Let's go. How are you doing? How was it inspired? Maybe? I guess? Firstly, thank you for liking the video. I appreciate that. It is... it did make a lot of pro players angry. Because it's not a pro guide. I'm not a pro. But it is a little bit to get new players to the game, because I like it. And Spiffing Brit... I don't know. I've another YouTube channel where I do basically the same editing style, maybe a bit different. But I guess it could be inspired by stuff like Spiffing Brit, yeah. I mean, the thing with the avatar I use and everything, that kind of just happened. Like, a lot of things like... do look like a man with a plan. No, but it's more like... What is it? I got a graphics guy to do the logo for me. He was like so good that I just scale up the operation of all of these emotes. I'm editing, yeah. I'm inspired by chaotic. No, it's cool that you saw it. I appreciate it. Why are you writing in German? This is... bruh. I feel like, you know, I bonked all of the other speaking languages. Germans feel too comfortable. I know what you write, but you know, the double standards, guys. Come on, come on. Yeah, this is gonna be... It's funny. I saw another, like the other day, I saw a video from you. I hear this voice now where you had a failsafe. Because I don't actually watch a lot of guides, but after I got some ideas, I thought like, okay, I'm gonna watch some videos to see if it works better in the video. And you had like a failsafe of a guy that built like way too big for a small city. I feel like I'm gonna have that problem at the beginning. But I do actually plan to build a big city here. Like a genuinely big city, a big operation with like an industry down here, like and everything, right? But I have the approach that I want to build big because I want to keep it big, and I'm fine with having a little bit of depth with that. What I see so far, it's not a popular approach. He has a lot of good guys, so I'm always saying, I don't want to be called like a guide. I want to be like a little bit of a push into the right direction on how some things work in the game. They take too long, but that's what a guide needs in this game, right? Like, there should be different kinds of guides, but I feel like for some guides, you just need to take your time and explain everything. There's some people that watched my video and said, I didn't understand that completely. And I'm like, that is fair. That is fair. I have a very fast editing style. So, in my opinion, there should just be both, you know? I don't know why I built that, but it just felt right. Bro, again. Why electricity? This makes me mad. That's my mistake for like not doing anything yet. To be fair, I didn't start this to actually have a playthrough. I just had this save file lying around so we don't have to start with building like infrastructure for like 3 hours. And I wanted to play the game a little bit and talk. So if you're thinking, wow, why are you so much behind? It's just because I didn't plan on actually play this. But now here we are. So you're gonna be cool. I'm gonna make more content. The next part might take a little bit longer, but I think I'm gonna make the first thing into like a 5 to 6 part series, and then I would like to go into the new DLC and start again. This channel will be whatever I wanna play. For now, it's workers and resources. But I would like to try some other games. That, like, on my other channel, there's some games I just can't play because it's a very different audience. On this channel, I would also maybe play stuff like I could never play on other, like, fuck it, like Anno or something like this, to say something completely different. Like, not like hour-long playthroughs, like Let's Plays, but like it's edited stuff like I do on other channel. I feel very comfortable. I don't really feel very comfortable doing like Let's Plays, because I very much like fall over my own words a lot. So there's a lot of cutting, you know, like I see a word wrong, I'm like, ah shit. It's not really what I'm good at. I'm not really good at Let's Plays. I like the editing software underneath. Underneath, that's not even a word. So yeah. But other stuff like that, yeah. For now, it's gonna be this game, because the next DLC is gonna be really good. I say this like I've saw it. I never saw it before, but like it has a steam locomotive. How can it be bad? It has trains. You know how depressed I am that I don't have trains right now? Because the West is like capitalist scum and they're not selling me any railway construction vehicles. What I never did, or I never finished it, and I know 1800 I love, but I would also love to play the campaign of 1400 in like edited videos. Because I never really finished it, because I was really bad as a kid. I think the last mission is like where you have to build this entire monument while your city is burning down or whatever, and I never finished that. I'm like, maybe there would be a good reason to go back to that game. Then there's like Anno Rome coming at some point, which is just... it's Rome, you know, like... based. They use big. Let me check. This is small, right? This is small. Pretty sure they use small. This is big. This would need a big one. Yeah, that's why I took the save file, because I wanted to kind of skip the boring part. Problem is, I really put myself into a horrible position here. I feel like I'm trying to save a disaster save, and I created it. And the problem is, because I was just in a good mood, I doubled down on all my mistakes in the first few minutes of the video. I'm now paying the horrible price, which was... yeah. Yeah, I'm literally just waiting for vehicles to go through here. We need to get that city running. I'm just done that buildings burns down. I'm just so... I mean, what we could do is we could import workers, but it's so stupid. Why would we import workers to work like at only the fire station? Great Florius performance. I mean, this is a Florius video. It's very much a chaotic Florius video. But it is a Florius video. Oh, look at this. I will make someone angry with this. Look, the efficiency. I miss trains so much. I miss them. All of this is stuck. Welcome to communism. Their speed is very fast. You're very angry. Good. I hope you understand that I'm not really min-maxing this too much right now. I'm just using this as an excuse to ask you questions and and use the gameplay kind of as a source to have something on the screen. TLDR, this stream is my apology that the next video is gonna be late. And I can ask a lot of questions that I can't ask before because I do want to record the next part quite soonish. And I got a lot of questions answered. It was very important. Because I'd rather fuck up this entire situation here than to fuck up the next playthrough. And because a lot of people were sad that I played with too much money to show... I'm not gonna I'm not gonna walk back on that. I was very happy that I started with much money, because that makes it so much easier to explain the game. But in a series where I'm not gonna explain the game and we're just gonna play the new DLC, I would kinda know how some things work like indefinitely instead of just guessing. Min rather than maxing. Thank you. I take this as a compliment. By the way, what I learned is that you can always make your own lake for shit. This didn't exist. I excavated this out so I can pump the shit somewhere. If you didn't know, you're welcome. The shit pump is your world to conquer. You're not reliant on water sources. You can dig your own water source. If you didn't know that, you're welcome. We'll play. I don't really like. I don't really pay attention. Like, I know football is really big in Austria, but no, I'm not really that much. Like, I have a lot of friends of mine who are also like in Formula 1 and everything, so I kind of touched that a little bit, but not really. I was never the guy that watches sports. Oh, I didn't... So this one gets automatically here, but if I build the big one, people have to carry it there. Or what? This one will be filled automatically, and this one will be carried by the people. To make a canal with you. Bro, that's so Soviet. No, like, you will get pollution, but it doesn't matter. Like, there's no water flow here, right? There's only an animation on this water for the sake of there being an animation. The water doesn't flow anywhere. It's just pollution that will stack up in this area. No matter where the water goes, so if you just have a little pool and pump it in there, it's just, you know. But thanks to this sewage treatment plant here, it will not really stack up and will not really have a pollution problem. So this is more like show that it made it this quote-unquote big. Yeah, it's our like pool lake where you can go bathing if you're brave enough. Gonna be like the president that says, oh yeah, I trust in our sewage treatment plant, I will go swimming in there, and next day I like randomly die of malaria for different reasons, of course. Oh, this bottleneck is not nice. But this is soon done. This is done now. I got those for this. Bum. Go up and eat. Eat, go. And the food. We should... Oh, we don't need fuel here, right? Or do they actively need fuel? I'm just gonna assign them to get fuel there. We'll still take some steel. If you run out of money, get more. I love the death loop. That would solve gravel if we could get some workers here. I mean, in hindsight, a fire station here would have been fine. Oh, it doesn't matter. That is soon done. Once all of this is done, I'm gonna get some people here. I'm gonna build like infrastructure for people who live here. Then I'm gonna build all the other stuff, and once the people here are basically alive and our stuff over here is protected and we have heating, it's about to be done. Yeah. I'm gonna build like... The big question is, can we build a bus station that is in range of both this and this? I think yes. If you build a gravel road through here, answer is actually yes. Here. And then... Here. Wait. Yeah, look at that. And we can get this, and we can get this. Bam. And we only need to build a bus station over here. Music is fine. The music in this game. I think I didn't say this too often, but the music in this game is like really nice. It just hits this feel, right? Like making music for a video game, where I think like it hits the feel. You get like Command and Conquer. This game, right? It's just like it shouldn't be this good, you know? Like it shouldn't work that well. It's a video game, but it does. Oh, it does. Anyways, bus. You can tell a video game has very good background music when YouTubers use it as background music in their videos. And I'm using this music as the background music. Plus Command and Conquer at the end. This is soon to be done. This bus station, this is also very, very soon done. I tell you, as soon as this road over here is done, which will be in 5 years from now, all of our oil trucks will go here. No copyright, it is video game music. And a very long time ago, video games have decided, hey, when people show off our video games on YouTube, they are actually supporting our industry because they bring new people to our video games, right? So all the video game soundtracks tend to be on and they're not copyrighted per se, that you're allowed to use them in YouTube videos. This is why a lot of YouTubers just use video game music in general, because a lot of people just don't really strike copyrighted video game music because they don't want their own video game to be copyrighted when someone plays them as like a challenge or something, or a playthrough. So you see a lot of YouTubers just using quote-unquote copyrighted music from video games, but because they are from video games and people want them to be watched on YouTube to promote the video games, they just accept it. So it's one of this weird thing where YouTube just, or at least the gaming companies just accept that. The last company that was fighting against this was Nintendo, but even they just say, oh, who cares? Like, just let them play our music. Nintendo gave in. Like, you can have like Mario Kart music. They won't care. Trust me, a lot of YouTubers now use Mario Kart music. I guess it's the upside that I'm doing this for a living now for quite a while. Even though the channel just popped up for a lot of you, because I just didn't do very long. Like I spent a year on another channel, so I did my market research. Come into my Signal group. I'll show you the ins and outs of how to become a famous E-star. I forgot to build this pipe here, and I feel stupid. Yeah, if video games use commercial music that they bought the license for, that's a different thing. But a lot of video games tell, hey, content creators, disable this track if you want to stream our music. House of Iron 4 has like the Sabaton pack, for example. The Sabaton music pack. And they say, hey, disable this DLC if you are... want to play this. Or some video games have like a settings in like music where you can say no copyright music, right? So a lot of people are like, a lot of companies are putting a lot of efforts in for content creators to have an easier time making content, which wasn't always like that. Like back in the days, it was like an entire debate if you should be allowed to make YouTube videos about Minecraft, which is crazy to think about nowadays. Like, who would actually think, oh, Minecraft on YouTube, that could reduce the people that play Minecraft, right? Like, think about it nowadays. Like, but that was a discussion. Back in the days when YouTube started to grow, there was a lot of discussion about, are video games being, like, less played, harmful for the video games? It's crazy, right? Yeah, but this channel has been dead for quite a while. I'm so sorry. I hate copyright. I mean, a lot of YouTubers, like, if you do copyrighted stuff on YouTube that is like 5 seconds, 10 seconds long, people tend to not care about. But this is just a random stream. This has nothing to do with the Austria thing, which we're still gonna play the Austria thing. I'm gonna make like up to 5 episodes. I had someone say, hey, Florius, why don't you put the number of the episode in the title? And that's the first time where I have to say, I have to be anti-consumer for my sake. Because out of my own experience, if you're not doing Let's Plays and you do edited content, if you put episodes into your title, a lot of people will just not watch that video. Because they will not think about, oh, I have to watch the first episode now. No, they're going to think, hey, I'm not going to watch this because this is the second episode of something. So me not writing the number of the episode in the title, I'm always going to write it in the descriptions, and I'm always going to organize the playlist so you can see it there. But the thought of that is that people will click on it, will see, okay, it's not the first part. I'm explaining what happened in the last part or in the parts before. So if they don't want to watch it, they have a recap. And I'm going to say what I'm going to do this episode. And I'm just going to flash, hey, this is the first episode if you want to watch it, right? So that's one thing where I have to say, I won't do that for my own sake, and I'm sorry about it, but that's kind of how YouTube works. You know, it is. Why do I do shiny thumbnails? Because that's how YouTube works, you know? Like, it is what it is. You will enjoy my flashbangs, I promise. You will get used to it. So that was my side yap about everything. Can do shunting. I saw it. I saw the video you sent me. I watched it. I didn't react to it yet because I always tend to. We had an entire discussion on when I react to comments, and people have asked me to not bring it up again. But on an entire another discussion, next time I go to the toilet, you might get an answer for a longer time. I did read all of the comments, I just didn't get to answering it yet. I did actually clicked on the link and watched the video. It was interesting. I didn't completely understand it yet, but I might actually look into it again when I have more time. It was just a very busy week. Do you have any feedback? Because someone wrote, someone wrote they didn't understand how to explain the warehouses. And then I asked them what they didn't understand, or if they didn't completely understand that. And then I didn't get an answer. So I'm not sure what was like. stuff like that is always appreciated. Like, could you say this again? Then I will say it again. Yeah, it's kind of cool. I had no idea what chanting was before, but now I kind of have a concept. In our playlist on the way to work. Yeah. You don't really watch Patron. That's understandable, right? But the problem is that my goal with my videos is to be on the one side, like educational, right? Teach the game. But on the other side, I just want to be funny. And I think some people might not really understand what's going on and would still watch the video. But because they know it's a part 3, they just don't. Like, as a YouTuber, you have, like, this is such a YouTuber thing to say, and I'm so sorry about it. But you always have to think about stepping stones. And the first stepping stone is to make people click on your video. Then the second stepping stone is in the first few seconds to convince the people to watch the video. And then it's the last stepping stone, they're just gonna watch it. I guess the stepping stone before this is being recommended, but that's like blah blah blah, you know. I'm not gonna go into that. And you know, that you kind of have to go through, like, if you make good videos and you're convinced to make good videos, you kind of have to do those things to give people a chance to see it, in a way, right? Like, you can make the best video in the world, but if you're not, like, doing the YouTube things, no one will ever see it. Watching this will have an intense battle with Max Verstappen. Great. Yeah, I started, like, what is kind of weird about the maps? The maps DLC with all the European, and no, not European, but you know, the entire map. I like them a lot. I'm just confused that, like, Poland and East Germany have a lot of infrastructure, like especially Poland. If you go on the Polish map and you say have pre-selected infrastructure, you will have an entire railway network built. And I'm like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to play an empty map, but I also don't want to build a map that already has railway infrastructure, because that is like the biggest challenge to build railway, right? Because it takes forever. And especially the initial steps where you build up the first connection to your railway construction office is just the hardest. But if you already have working railway, you don't really need to do anything, right? So, but for the people who like to have an easier time, just do that. Oh yeah, I will build the city around the inner city. What I will do is two things. I will grow outside of Vienna, like I'm gonna build basically next to Vienna. And then as I make more money, I will try to incorporate more and more of the older city. Because the older city is a little bit inefficient, right? Because it's a lot of small buildings, it's kind of hard to build stuff there because there's already a lot of small houses, and I will try not to destroy them. But getting like shopping access there is gonna be a bit hard. So I'm gonna build like a new city next to the old one, and then once I have the money and the time, I will incorporate like the rest of Vienna. That's my plan for them. Bro, the entirety of Belgium is just a mountain on the top of the French map. What? You buy the old games that, of course, it looks 1930s steam locomotives. Military DLC. I don't have to go into what I really respect about this game is just, I don't know. It feels like the DLCs are not really expensive. I love Paradox, but they have quite a price on the DLCs now. Well, this game is pretty chill about it. I feel like Hooded Horse as a publisher is very chill. They have a lot of Ws currently. like Manalords, this game. What else? I was playing something else that was from them. I was like, every time I'm surprised, oh, this game is a banger, and I look at the population, I'm like, oh yeah, true. I mean, I'm optimistic about EU5 though, it looks really good. Have fun, Iron Command. Like Graveyard of Empires. You might have noticed that I'm very like lazy currently. It has nothing to do with Graveyard of Empires per se. It's because I'm spending a lot of time, like people who don't know, I'm currently editing a mega campaign. The people on this channel will probably have no idea what I mean with that. But it's a big project that I own. I'm not giving any updates on the mega campaign currently because I don't want to promise anything. I'm just shutting, like I'm doing No Man's Sky right now. I'm like shutting the fuck up and I'm working in the background. That's what I did at the entire like day to day. And EU4 is probably done this week. Probably, no promises. Then I go to Victoria 3, and once I'm done with Victoria 3, I will start to release the videos and only focus on Hoi 4 and Stellaris, which still need to be recorded. But yeah, that's a short update for the other channel viewers. There are 5 people here. But yeah, that is why the content is currently so low. And Graveyard of Empires, there's like a few things where I think why burn so much goodwill with the community. Because we all know the next big DLC in Hoi 4 is going to be a banger. Because the big DLCs are mostly very good. But the content packs are getting weaker. I don't know why. I appreciate it. I tried to bring my own style into this game. It was a risk. Like, making that video on like a financial perspective for me was a huge risk, right? Because I mean, I wasn't monetized, so I got shit all money with that money. But like, reviving the channel was not on my like I just wanted to make the video because I thought like, yeah, I'm passionate about this. People agreed. Now I have to make more videos on 2 YouTube channels. So I'm like, But yeah. I mean, if 2 YouTube channels paying me money, you know, if I get the like grind done, that would be good. I think YouTube is always so boring, like me including, when they always talk about the grind and how everything works. It's interesting for us, but as a viewer, you don't care about it, you know? It's such an inviting topic because your entire life depends on these top, like, talking points. But it's such a non-topic, you know? It is... I don't know, I'm sorry. You just very easily slip into those topics. Suffering from success, I guess? Florius moment, you love it. As I said, I really appreciate it. The love that came to the channel after the video was generally crazy. And a lot of people joked about that the 50% of the last video was just an apology to the pro players. But I just wanted to be honest, because what I read from the comments is that it wasn't obvious to players why I'm doing these videos. Like, it's a very open title, that is true. It is a more general title. But apparently I did a bad opening statement because a lot of people didn't know what's going on. And I just wanted to take a little bit of time to say what is going on. That I'm happy to get feedback, but, you know, being rude is not feedback, I would at least say. So I just wanted to make this clear, like... people sliding into my DMs and saying, hey, this is like how things work. I got an entire explanation in my DMs on how to build up a city in a way. Like, I gotta be 100% honest. I didn't know how this works here. I didn't know. But putting this to 0 saves your ass for building a city, and you don't want everyone to die next to the... Or like, if you want to build, let's say, theoretically, in Pyongyang, right? Great city, very good city, great leader. You need to really activate this, put it to 0. This basically tells all the workers that are living close by, don't work here. Only let people work here that come from buses from somewhere else, right? And that allows you to not activate any of these houses, meaning they don't die on the construction site. And I didn't know this worked before. And people told me that before I recorded the part where I explained how to build a city. Normally, my mentality is, some of you might die, but that is a sacrifice I am willing to make. But, you know, like now knowing how to avoid this is something the community taught me. And that's what I appreciate about this channel, because we both learn, right? The hub. Yeah, the hub is being extended. I think at the end of part 3, the railway is nearly done. That's how bad it's going. Yeah, I try. The editing style in the third part is legendary Shrek reference, yeah. But the third part is already a bit faster. But if you have some questions, you can always like answer in the comment. I will try to answer them in comments, and if not, yeah, just lost half a meter of height for that sentence or what. But what I can tell you, I think we're about to hit like the level where we will like literally do something with this. So I will work more mega campaign tomorrow for those who don't know what it is. I mean, you want to get something that normally only my supporters get? I can give you a preview for the intro, what I've edited today. Because I read it out and sent it into my nobility chat, which is my patrons. I can give you a preview for that. But I will work tomorrow mostly on editing. I wanted to say main channel stuff, but this is the main channel. On the scummy other channel stuff. And if you want at the afternoon, we could continue the stream. Did I overdo it with the police stations yet? Not yet. We're gonna build like a total... like this is North Korea. I think I will be happy with like 5 police stations, and that's just in this small city over here, right? Over here we need like 20. I think we shouldn't build houses, we should just build prisons, you know? Like, why do the middle step? If you build a prison now, it's like houses, but it's a more permanent solution, you know? There's a new league, yeah, Mr. President, there's a new league. I mean, you know, I can give you... Some of you might not know what this is. Let me open the mega campaign folder, EU4. I'm gonna stop the music and I'm gonna... Let me just mute the desktop, because if I open this .mp4 file, it could be at an audio level that is not good for your ears. Good. Actually, not too loud. You can see the intro for them. Like, I worked, jokes aside, I worked 2 days on this. Because editing is a lot more work than you might think. The creative part is like having an idea what to put there is the hardest thing as editor, but there you go. I'll come back. And if you didn't see the first part, you should really watch that. Anyways, last time we spawned as the Habsburgs in Sparta, consolidated our power thanks to the help of a mobile phone, proven that we can achieve peak Habsburg genes within 1 generation, and took over Byzantium. For this part, my main mission is going to be making Byzantium great again and trying to survive my own bad decisions. What could go wrong? On the other hand, Zero's main goal for this part is going to break off Europe like any good British person likes to do and move to America to create his own little empire there. So without further ado, let's roll. That's the intro. It's just a lot of over editing. It was like, I don't know, it is quite a lot of work. I feel like I'm still very inefficient with my working flow, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Let's get the music back though. I'm gonna stream like a little bit longer. Cause I love you guys. I love you. This is not a parasocial relationship. Now give me money. Oh fuck! I built that. Nokia phone. That's my beloved. Yeah, wait, you didn't even know the first part is that? The first part, I'm so sorry to ruin your moment already. The first part is like Patron only at the moment, because you have to understand, once I release it, I want to release it like every week, but it take me like 3 weeks to edit. So what I'm doing is I'm waiting until I'm like at Victoria 3, and once I'm done with Victoria 3, I will release them like every week. Best VTuber, I guess. But so I give early access to my financial supporters, which I normally don't do, but it takes for so long now, so I thought like at least could use my Patreon for something. And YouTube members. But I imagine like 1.5 months it will be done. Then I will start releasing it. It is a wild guess because, yeah. The problem is I didn't plan on having like huge health issues when I promised the mega campaign. Then I did. And yeah. That's like the entire TLDR of that. So first part is quote unquote out, but not really because it's like it's being gate kept by money. But yeah, I want to, once I start release them, only concentrate on the rest of the pass. I'm getting like more and more, like I literally feel like I'm like in a No Man's Sky loop where it has been so long that people expect the best of the best, and I feel bad delivering anything else. I'm already planning on reworking the first part already uploaded to make it even better. Because I'm like, this is not enough. It's not enough for the amount of time people waited. But I will set myself like more of a timeline now. Oh yeah, I literally built this, so because I had once where I didn't build a sewage plant and it literally killed half of my city because I pumped it into a lake close by, and the amount of pollution that it produced was actually crazy. And you don't see like pollution, you don't see for most of the game. Then you research pollution, you're like, oh okay, I'm gonna finally do that because who the fuck cares? Then you notice, oh my god, I should have not built it there, and everyone is dying. As long as it's Florius video. Yeah, the problem is if I start making bad videos, Florius videos are not gonna be like famous for good quality. It's because of a lot of self-doubt that my videos turn out to be not bad. It's the main reason why I work. I do work with some editors now that help me with like zooms and raw cut. But at the end of the day, I work with every project, like every project, because I'm a very hands-on person, and sometimes I feel like no one can really do what I want from them. I feel like I'm like very horrible because I'm a little bit perfectionistic. Like I noticed 2 editing mistakes in the last Workers and Resources video. I'm like, I was really mad because I edited those in like 2 days because it's the time I had. And like the second part I edited in like 2 days. I was drained. I was fucking drained. But then I noticed like every time you have like this activated, it jumps for a second here and then it jumps back. Like it takes the screenshot and it goes back again. And I always cut that out. Like I always like lap over different footage so you don't see that. But twice I forgot to do it. I'm like, ah shit. Welcome to my world. I'm my worst enemy. That is true. I am actually very famous for my own cause disasters. By the way, Hoi 4 wise, I've recorded a Sweden bicycle video. I've recorded and worked on a very big Fallout video where I play as the Enclave and try to unite the US. I mean, I say try, I did. And I've recorded a new Iran video where I play Democratic Iran. Bro, that's such a funny story. I got blocked by PayPal because an editor of mine, he did the raw cuts on the Iran video and he wrote into the bill Iran. And then PayPal was like, hey, why are you paying this guy with the description Iran? Could you please explain what the reasoning of this is? I'm like, bro, please in the future, write more than just the nation there. I literally had to write an entire Word file just to explain why there was Iran. Bro, I was sweating. that was like, now it's funny, but that was not fun. They locked my PayPal account. I'm on a list now. Yeah, I am. Aye. Good old PayPal states. Yeah, I played Old World's Blues, the Enclave submod. Because I tried playing just Old World's Blues with the Enclave that exists, and it wasn't fun. It wasn't fun. So someone told me, hey, just play the sub mod, and the sub mod is amazing. I had so much fun. The problem is the video is 1 hour and 5 minutes long, and I'm just like, I'm sitting on it for a month now, and I just don't have the time to do. But I want to do it next week now, because this week, like tomorrow, this week, you know what I mean? Like there's gonna be a pause again. I'm gonna do a mega campaign, and then I'm gonna edit this and the third part. But at least with the third part, I have some help with editing. That's actually amazing. Because at least have like I misspeak a lot in my recordings. You will never see that, but sometimes I just, you know, my brain doesn't kick in, and then I just don't get a word out. Dennis was not happy, yeah. I was not a list before, but I'm a multiple now. What I hate about old, like, if you don't know HoI4, like, Old Worlds Blues is HoI4 is a World War II game, and Old Worlds Blues is basically a Fallout sub mod where you can basically play like a Fallout map and conquer, blah blah blah. You know what I mean, basically. And the problem is that it has so much mountains, and fighting is so horrible. If you go like small scale, it's a lot of fun, but the moment where you like have big wars and big borders, your front line split and everything, it is horrible. Like late game was dreadful. I'm not gonna lie. It is not fun. Like the mod is fun until you do large scale war, and it's just fighting in Mexico was one of the worst things I ever did in my life. An NO 1400, 1800 workers and resources, city skylines, mega camp. That would be dreadful. You finally thank me for supporting after finally get the Patron app. Always. Did I ignore any of my patrons ever? If yes, I apologize. You did literally just, you just like, thank you very much. I appreciate it a lot. There you go. Now. There you go. Oh, you just thanked me. Oh. I literally wrote thank you. You ignored me for months. Yeah, I was just, I know the name. What do you mean you just, why did I thank you? I looked into like Patron DMs and literally said thank you. That was the first message I ever wrote you. I'm not forcing a conversation. I just like to say thanks. Is it worth? I mean, it depends. I mean, I suck at video games. I'm having a lot of fun with the game. You just have to know the basics. And if you want to, I think it's no shame if you want to play normal mode or like easy mode. But if you want to go into realistic at the beginning, definitely give yourself a lot of money to learn the game. Because your population will die, and being able to refill it a few times might be very, very useful as a new player. Could also do Mana Lords. Man, I'm looking so forward to Mana Lords doing more, because they're bringing out maps now. They're bringing out Mana Lords is a game I had on the radar forever. They literally wrote like Hooded Horse, like, please can I have early access, please. I never e-back early access. I never do. But with Mana Lords, I'm like, please, please. You don't understand. I'm in port. And I'm just joking. No, but like jokes aside, it is a good game. I like it. I don't know. I have to say one thing that I really enjoy about HoI4, it's the community, and I mean the overall community. I mean the people watching it, and I mean the people producing it. In the Hoi 4 community, all of the YouTubers I've interacted so far with are really nice. Like especially Aldrel, Bittersteel are super kind people, super kind. I mean, the first thing I did when meeting them, Aldrel wasn't there, but Bittersteel, I got fucking face drunk. Which wasn't a good first impression with a gaming company. But to be fair, Paradox paid for the alcohol, so... They challenged me to get drunk. It's not my fault. Yeah. Your Honor, they wanted me to be drunk. Within 10 years, they build like Paradox, and a new company will come. Like, if could be, they're successful, they get new shareholders, the shareholders have different goals, and then a new gaming company will rise, and that one will make amazing games, right? And Paradox so far is not just doing bad games. Like, Paradox is not an EA, Paradox is not a Blizzard. I'm not saying they're perfect, they have a lot of weird things they're doing, but overall, I appreciate Paradox still for what they're doing a lot, and I love to work with them. I'm just not saying that everything that produces gold, but a lot of the things that they make is really good. So I'm not hating Paradox. I'm a little bit skeptic now. You know, is this a good game? Is this like a DLC I will chill for? I defended them more in the past, but I'm doing that less now. Not because I hate them, just because I don't want to risk my own reputation for something that will be probably good, but I shouldn't be too hyped about something I have no idea about. Which was the main mistake I did with a lot of things. I'm just hyped, and then like, oh, you just chill for them. Like, no, I genuinely just want to play this. So I'm a bit more careful. Just because I'm hyped about something doesn't mean that I should make you hyped about it with the risk of it not being good. So I should just shut the fuck up and wait. Out of respect. Ubisoft generally hateable. Yeah. Let's not talk about Ubisoft. Ubisoft was so cool back in the days. Like, Ubisoft back in the days was just great. And not everything at Ubisoft is bad. If I look like at an Anno, if I look like at a... Anno. There's more games, right? Like, I'm just stupid. Okay, I basically just opened a Uplayer for Anno. Yeah, that's end of argument. I mean, Rainbow Six Siege was golden. That was really good. Yeah, City Skylines 2 is really good, but the performance thing... You didn't hear it from me. But the performance thing is because of the engine. They can't really change the engine, can't they? So what I'm saying is they will hopefully be able to min-max it a bit more, you know? And learn for the next release. I'm not gonna say this is what happened. I'm not gonna say I'm quoting anyone here. But someone somewhere might have said that they should have done their own engine for City Skylines 2 and they regret the engine. And that person's me right now. The end. Definitely not a quote. Hashtag not a quote. Oh, Black Flag. Black Flag got a lot of hate from Assassin's Creed fans, but my god, I wasn't an Assassin's Creed fan. You know what I was? I was a Black Flag fan. Black Flag was amazing. I love Black Flag. I still do. I'm still playing it then and there. Every few years, or months, I'm just opening up Black Flag and play it. Bro, Assassin's Creed like it was Pirates of the Caribbean as a video game. Who doesn't like that? Like, if you listen to the soundtracks, you just feel Pirates of the Caribbean. It's not even funny. But it's a good thing. This is a compliment. So, We don't want this. We don't want this. We don't want this. We don't want this. We want food. We want clothes. No electro components. No mechanic components. No plastic. Electronics. Yes. This is gonna be very expensive, but I'm gonna fill up this warehouse. Good luck. Bro, like, but I remember when the hype was building up for Black Flag, and they were showing those like, if you look at the graphics now, it's still good, but you know, it's not that breathtaking anymore. But back in the days when they showed like the first few like island shots and like rare drops, so like, oh yeah, this is you can find these islands. And, bro, genuinely, I was hyped for that. That was something where I just wanted to play it immediately. Then I played it, and then it was good. It had a few bugs, though. There was a lot of graphical glitches. Unity was the first Assassin's Creed where I thought, oh my god, this game is not even being close to being finished. They were like, I was glitching through the map in Assassin's Creed Unity, bro. Bashing is one of choice of his engines, kind of weird. It's the same as work fine there. It's a different game. It is a different game, and I'm not bashing the game for having a for the engine. The engine is the reason why it's slow, though. That is the fact. Not bashing. It's just a fact. I like the game. I still can be critical about things. So... yeah, we need a maintenance station. I look at these buses and they're wear and tear 60. They're 50. You don't look wear and tear 50. You look wear and tear 80. What is this? Yeah, trust me, bro. It's 50. It's wear and tear 50. I swear. I have no problem. You're the problem. I played Battlefield. I think I got into Battlefield with Battlefield 3. The first Battlefield I play, and this is a weird jump. It's Battlefield Play for Free. I played Battlefield Play for Free, and it was Battlefield 2, but worse. I loved Battlefield Play for Free. And then I finally got enough money to buy an actual Battlefield. So me and a friend, we bought Battlefield 3. Bro, that was an addiction. Just sitting down gaming, that was so cool. Then Battlefield 4 came, which was just Battlefield 3 Plus. Then Battlefield 1 came. I like Battlefield 1. I enjoyed Battlefield 5, but I never played as much Battlefield as Battlefield. Like, I think Battlefield 4 is the most Battlefield I played. And it's not because 1 or 2 were bad. 1 or 5 were bad. Bro, fucking game numberizations. Fuck me. It is because I just was into different genres. This is around the time where I started to play way more, I know. Way more Civilization 5, Civilization maybe 6 even. So, yeah, am I Austrian? Vielleicht bin ich Österreicher. Maybe. There is a chance. So, should we start building housing? Are we missing anything? Fresh. Just to be on the safe side, I'm gonna get like 2 of those, but I think we don't need them. I'm gonna get 2 of those just to be the safe side. And we will get no snowplows. Fuck snowplows. Snowplows are for losers. This is a snowplow hater channel. If Florius ever does something cancelable, he will be sure. Yeah, I'll just switch real quick. I remember that moment. This like Battlefield 4, before they changed how the infrared scopes worked. Back in the days, you could look with them through a smoke. I remember a moment where a friend of mine got like banned because I was the medic and I was keep reviving him and keep like healing him, while he was like an SMG guy that has ammunition lying on the floor with like an infrared scope at the entrance of Metro. And he had like a KD of like 200 to 1. And he got banned for cheating. It was like the funniest moment ever. I remember that. It wasn't inside, we were outside of Metro, right? Right, it was so good. We were losing, but this game was amazing. That will be forever in my memory. When Battlefield actually did Battlefield live streams back in the day. I did actually do that on Twitch. Right now I'm not gonna do it, but maybe. There is no other language than English on the stream. There is only English. Everything else, there is no German in Bussing. It's lies of the government. They put German into your water. I think like nowadays, I wouldn't just play Battlefield as much. I think my personality has changed a little bit. I would just not enjoy it as much. You know. Yeah, I'm building those houses, by the way, because I feel like they have... Firstly, they look the best, which is the main reason why I'm building them. Secondly, they just have very good, like, quality of life and capacity. So they have, like, a quality of life for 78%, which is really high. And they get 110 workers in. This one has 50 and 70% quality of life, way smaller. This one over here is 68. We are so close to niceness. Why 68? How could you do this game? Anyone higher? 89. The only building is higher. It has like 10 workers. Wow, 10 workers. I should be capitalist only, and I should only build these houses here. Only these, and only like only cars, no buses. Imagine. That would be actually a funny video. That would generally be a funny video. Oh, it's like only oil industry, tourism, everyone has a car, we have a car factory. That would be a funny run. I'm only allowed to use dollars. But that would be dreadful though. Because you don't get all of the vehicles with dollars, right? But it would be horrible. But it could that could actually be fixed by the early start. Because maybe they add more like capitalist vehicles, like Western vehicles. Which could mean that we actually get more Western vehicles. Meaning in the early game we have more vehicles that we could buy as Western. Yeah, I'm just saying it as a possibility. You know, it's basically, so you're telling me there is a chance. Get citizens, and I'm gonna do this to get them from somewhere in the Republic, so we don't pay for them. This is the best button. You have two options. You have the option to buy them via rubles, via dollars, which are basically not good workers from the third world, or move them randomly via existing residential buildings, which means they get a lot of people from like every house a few. Meaning you will get a lot of workers. So we're gonna do that. The game, yeah, inflation, like, there is a thing of inflation, where if you export a lot of one thing, it will be cheaper after a while. Because if you look at the research of OPEC, it literally tells you that you have less of an impact on the oil market with your exports and imports, which basically confirms it, right? So if you export a lot of oil before having OPEC, you could very much press down the oil price, which we could maybe even see on our graph. Ba, 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 ba. I mean, it had a peak here, and then we started to export oil, and since then it's kind of low. Of course, you're not solely the sole influence on the market, but if I stop exporting oil now, it should go a bit up over time. Which I won't do, because I need money. Money, money, money. Yeah, I don't play good. 100%. I play horrible in this game. But I have knowledge. Knowledge to share for people with longer attention spans than me. Oh, this is soon done. So we're like 50% done. W. W in chat. I thought it said Munich. I love Munich, North Korea. I do feel like at some point we literally need to get like a ship to export oil. This is just... I mean, we can get pipelines, that is true. If we already do research. But if you get pipelines, I'm literally gonna build the big technical university, cause fuck waiting for the small one. We don't have the time. We're gonna get the big guns. I would also say I'm gonna actually end the stream now. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'm gonna try to continue tomorrow. I just have to do something where I go to bed and sleep very soon. And if I'm like too energetic now, I won't go to bed until 5 hours from now, which is like way too late. So I appreciate everyone. Thanks for joining. Thanks for ratioing me. Thanks for actually helping me. When do I record? I already recorded the next video. And I recorded it basically right after part 2 and gave it to a good buddy of mine to help me edit. It's a little bit bottleneck though, so we shall see how fast. I'll try to do it at end of net. Like, I don't know if it's done by Friday. Could be like next Friday. So, but after the video after it is gonna be faster because I'm gonna edit it 100% again. I mean, that video I'm also gonna edit 100%. Just the raw cuts is nice to have some help with. Anyways, you know what they say? Kiss, kiss. Wish you a good time. Until next time, until tomorrow, we're gonna have a little bit of fun with the streams until I figure out how to be good at the game. And yeah, stay hyped for the DLC because I am. The end. End of stream. Flogel, you're too late. I'm sorry. No reunion today. Maybe tomorrow. Goodbye. Goodbye. Actually, goodbye. Thank you for watching.